Rain had already begun when Marcus came home early. Traffic had been impossible, his meeting cancelled at the last minute. He almost smiled walking up the stairs, thinking Lena would be surprised. It had been months since he'd arrived before midnight. Maybe they would finally eat dinner together, like they used to. He unlocked the door quietly. Soft voices drifted from the bedroom, hurried, intimate, unfamiliar. Marcus paused, confused at first. Then he heard Lena laugh, a laugh he hadn't heard in a long time. Not the polite one she gave guests, the real one. His chest tightened. The bedroom door stood slightly open. Through the narrow gap, he saw enough. Lena sitting close to another man, their hands intertwined, their faces too near to mistake what it meant. The world didn't explode, it simply collapsed inward. The door creaked as Marcus pushed it open. Lena turned instantly, her smile vanishing as if erased. "Marcus." The man stood quickly, guilt written across his face. No one moved. Outside, thunder rolled across the sky. "How long?" Marcus asked. His voice sounded calm, distant, like someone else speaking through him. Lena's lips trembled. "It's not what you think." He almost laughed, but the sound never came out. "I just want the truth." Silence stretched until it hurt. "A few months," she whispered. The words landed heavier than any shout. Marcus nodded slowly, absorbing them piece by piece. Every late night at work, every unanswered call, every quiet dinner now rearranging itself into something unbearable. "I thought we were just going through a hard time," he said. "I didn't know I was alone in it." Tears ran down Lena's face. "You were never home. We'd stopped talking. I felt like I'd disappeared." Marcus looked at her, really looked, and realized she meant it. Somewhere along the years, love had turned into routine, and routine into distance. Neither of them noticed until it was too late. The other man slipped past them, and left without a word. Rain battered the windows harder now. Marcus walked to the living room, and sat down heavily on the couch. Lena followed, crying, apologizing, reaching for him, but he felt strangely numb. "What happens now?" she asked. He stared at their wedding photo on the wall, two younger people smiling under sunlight, believing effort alone could protect happiness. "I don't know," he said quietly. That night they barely spoke. Lena fell asleep on the far side of the bed, exhausted from crying. Marcus lay awake, eyes fixed on the ceiling as memories replayed endlessly. Their first apartment, shared dreams, promises spoken without hesitation. By morning, the rain had stopped. Lena woke to silence. Marcus was gone. At first she thought he'd gone for a walk, needing space. But his phone sat on the table, his wallet too. Only his car keys were missing. A cold dread crept into her chest. Hours later, a knock came at the door. Two police officers stood outside, their expressions carefully neutral, the kind people wear when carrying news that changes lives forever. There had been an accident on the bridge just after sunrise. A car traveling too fast in wet conditions. No sign of braking. They spoke gently, but Lena heard almost nothing after Marcus's name. The apartment felt impossibly large after they left. She sank to the floor, the weight of unfinished words crushing her, apologies never accepted, conversations never had, love never repaired. On the wall, their wedding photo still smiled back at her, frozen in a moment before silence replaced everything. And for the rest of her life, Lena would replay that night again and again, wondering whether tragedy began with the rain.